long, and like I really am sorry. Like it was not expected to go this long at all. So I
Oh,
really
it's okay.
appreciate
It's okay.
your patience. Okay, awesome. Well, how's your day going so far?
It's okay. Actually, it's um dawn here. It's
Oh,
almost 6 a.m. in the morning.
all right. Well, how's your morning going then? Excuse me.
It's okay. We're starting with because Philippines have typhoons lately, but here in the lower part,
Yeah.
that's totally controllable. But actually, the day I started today fetching water. We don't have 24-hour water in my area, so
Oh
started
no.
with started with the cooking and then fetching water because it's time limited. I don't know why we have scarce water in the area, but specifically it should be abundant. But that's fine. Yeah, totally fine. Then I waited for you, and I thought that would be maybe it would be beyond 5 p.m. So I I just had my emails open and yeah, go on with the daily chores.
Well, I'm glad you waited. I have a few team members on our team that are actually live in the Philippines too, and so
Oh,
yeah, they've told me about the flooding and all of that that's been going on.
mm.
So, um, anyways, hope you're staying safe. Are you in like a higher ground area?
Yes, but my area is actually in the lower part of the Philippines. So, the is actually happening on the upper part. So that's fine. We're totally safe. I hope those in those area are um safe as well because it's
Yeah.
ongoing. It's been days of rain and flood in the it's even there are even accidents where trees are falling down. We have animals being hit and even human. There was
Wow.
last week was a pregnant woman was hit by a coconut tree. So that was really devastating. And some are
Wow.
actually evacuees right now. So we were looking at the news, but we're far. We're actually so far because we're the because we have three parts: the upper, the middle, and the lower part. So I'm the on the middle parts. So far, our climate is fine. We just have very little rains here.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
pray and
gosh.
hope they will be all safe there.
I hope so too. That's scary. I can't imagine if we were going. We had a river overflow. I live in the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, and
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard of Austin. It's a little bit south of Dallas, and
Yeah,
they
I
had
heard about that flood.
yeah, that one it went up like 26 feet in like 45 minutes, which
Oh
is
my.
absolutely unheard of. I've never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
expected that would happen in Texas.
Yeah, not everyone thinks when they think of Texas like desert and like,
Yeah.
nothing going on, cowboys, but yeah, surprise when you get farther south, it's like you get some nature and hills and there's rivers and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, yeah, I like killed a few people, like some like I don't know if you heard that Camp Mystic. Anyways, there was like some small children that got washed away. It was
Mm,
terrible. So,
I heard.
um,
Yes.
anyways, it sounds like we've all been dealing with our weather issues as of late. So hopefully it stops soon though. Um, but anyways, so you applied, I think I reached out and then you were wanting to get, I guess, more info on the lead manager position. Is that right?
Yeah, yes, I think that was it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And then what's your experience, I guess, with like what is your understanding of like the lead management position or, anything like that?
Mhm. Of first thing, what I hear about lead management or leads, because I had been a lead generator, but it was manual way. I haven't
Uh-huh.
used specific tools because there are specific tools, but mostly we have to subscribe. And
Oh.
yeah, so I just did manual lead generation, and then because some clients before I did this research of finding prospects, and then I did the outbound calls. So
Mm.
I had to call them, ask them if they would be interested, because one client I had was for a website. So I
Mm,
had to call some schools or some establishments who would be interested for a website because I think he has a
mm.
website host. So um, I was able to take note the list and then call them, and some may request for callback. So I also I did an Excel file in and then did callbacks and send him reports at the end of the day of who's interested, who's not. And then the next day, another routine of searching new leads and then getting new reports. But the previous appointment setter I had, that was also, but uh, the appointment setter I had was also reaching out to clients for possible, but that was for home insurance and
Mm.
car insurance. So they would be interested to avail the policies. But the leads were already there. We're just handling the calls through a automatic dialer.
What
And yeah,
what was your process when you were setting like an appointment for someone? Like what did that look like for you guys?
on our level, we are the one who's reaching out. So we introduce ourselves, we introduce the company, and first thing is we ask them if they're interested for home or car insurance, and then if they are, then we provide the details that hey, we have this just 5 minutes, and then we can get you an agent directly because mostly of those clients don't have trust. Don't know, maybe some agents or some companies were calling and then kept them waiting for maybe 10, 15 minutes. But on us, we were
Mm,
just able to 1 to 3 minutes. Then
wow.
that's one thing we have to assure them because we have real estate agents standby. So once we have a prospect interested, we connect them and we assure that, hey, this is just maybe three, just not more than 5 minutes to stay in the line. Because if
Yeah.
there would be no answer, we definitely would let them know. So that's to reduce their
Oh,
time and their mindset of how you will
yeah.
just make me wait for 30 minutes. No one would be answering. No one would be talking to me. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. Yeah.
Di-
And then,
mm.
yes, go on.
I was gonna ask, so like when you ask them if they're interested, like were there any other qualifications that you had to go through with them? Or was it just you would let anyone talk to like your clients, I guess, if as long as they were interested?
Yeah, as long as they're interested to listen for a quote from the real estate agents, then
Okay.
we transfer them. And first, also, while we were talking on our end, we were also checking the files because we have to verify the name, the address, and other information on the file. So if anything on the address that we need to change it real time before connecting them to the real estate agents. Because after connecting them, we give access to the real estate agents on that account. So
Mm,
it's important that they already are looking at the right details. And then yeah, the role ends there. We're just able to connect to the right because we have specific agents for the home insurance, for the auto insurance, and for other like uh, for existing clients in those wants to renew, in those who wants to have a new policy. They're not yet customers or they're not under with partner agencies yet. So it's specific agents we need to transfer in the information. That's mainly the role we had.
okay. Okay. So it wasn't like a strict qualification process. It was more of like if they're interested, you provide them the details and then you connect them with the agent at that point.
Yes, the
Gotcha.
agent will be the one to do the deal because
And
I
when you
think
say eight, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
What was that?
go on.
I was just gonna ask the agent, is that a real estate agent or who's the agent exactly?
Uh, the client was actually in insurance
Insurance.
broker.
Okay, insurance.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in Florida. So the uh, the broker company already has set agents on specific day that we will
Mm,
transfer to.
okay, that makes sense. And then how long were you with them doing that?
Was more than 2 years.
Okay. How come like it didn't work out in the end?
Actually, we were for Filipino VAs. on that company. On because the team was composed of I think almost 10. There were four Filipinos, some were I think Spanish. And then one time the CEO had announced that she has to restructure the organization. So she has to
Mm,
remove our level. So the 10 VAs, including me, with three other Filipino VAs were actually removed. So she said, I don't
uh,
have any position for this level yet. So need to restructure and I'm sorry, I really need to remove you. So yeah, that's what happened in
mm,
four
yeah,
of us. I don't know.
what was the, what was I gonna ask? Sorry. So they were restructuring the organization, and what was your, how did you like, how did you enjoy that, or did you not enjoy it? Like, what was your overall thoughts of the actual role there?
Oh, the actual job we had?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh, that's totally fine. I actually enjoy the role. If if I haven't, I won't be getting the 2 years, more than 2 years of working
That's true.
whole night shift. Yeah, because that
Oh,
was a
wow.
great. One thing I like with it is it's a fixed time, so it's office
Mm,
hours. So it's between 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 on our end, and the management is fine. Um, I we had one supervisor, and then we were just reporting to him. No meetings, no chit chats or anything. It's
wow.
mainly professional, transactional. Do your job. Let you know if there's any feedback. If there's no feedback at all, just do your job the whole shift. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they had no like ongoing training or meetings throughout the weeks and months. Like it was just,
Maybe they had inside the office, but we, the four VAs, we were not included in any meetings at all because we were
wow.
independent contractors by then. So we're just supporting them
Support.
with the client's first line. So
Yeah.
yeah, we were not
What,
included with any meetings, no trainings.
oh my Lord. What did you enjoy most about the role?
Well, the role was not that we were given a bit of a quota, but that was actually achievable because it's an automatic dialer, so it continues to dial and dial and dial. So there's no issue with you not having anyone who's gonna be interested. Rebuttals are provided, and one thing is we don't force them if in case the client is not really having time, not interested at the moment. So we tried to rebut, we tried to have them um, gain their attention and their interest. But if they really are not, sometimes they're in a hurry or they are in the market at that moment.
Yeah.
So we're not forced to have them really be transferred. And we had quota, just achievable quota, and then no micromanagement. That's very one thing I loved with that because that was just a professional, plainly transactional way. And the the what's this? The scripts are fine. We can actually go with the scripts as provided. And if in case we need to add something, then yes, we do. Because that's a very important. The situations, different situations are not fit to a specific script only. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one thing. It's a bit flexible and schedule is fine. I think that's totally one thing I love with it. And we were updated if in case there are changes, like this agent is not connected with us anymore. And this is a new agent. Just we were trained somehow, but we were just provided with GC. We were provided with this is a new tool you will access, and then you watch the video on how to use the tool. So that's what we were ongoing. We're just trained first thing
Yeah.
when we started, but
Uh,
through through the months, it's on us. We will check the video, watch, and then learn, and then apply on that
yeah.
day or
Yeah.
the next day.
That makes sense. What are some rebuttals that you would commonly get, and like how did you overcome those?
First, first or usual rebuttal, usual issue with the client is they don't have time, or yeah, the mindset that it would be a long waiting time. So first thing we tell them this will just be around 3 minutes or 5 minutes of your time. That will just be a specific code. I'm gonna get an agent on the line. I'm not gonna leave you unless we get an agent, and I will let you know if no one is answering our call or no one is connected to us within a couple of minutes. So that's one thing to have them retain on the line.
Mm,
And after that, when he says, I'm not interested, then because I have my insurance right now, I'm happy with it. They would they will tell you that. So what we do is yes, we are actually not asking you to change right away. We just want to provide you a code because maybe if in case it would be saving you more than what you have right now, because we don't know, it may be a more flexible that would fit your needs. So that's those are mainly the two um things that we need to rebut about with the clients.
yeah. Yeah. How did you like how did you feel when you were doing the rebuttals there? Like did it get to a point where it came off naturally or did it what was that process like?
Yes, we're saying we actually did it naturally because that would
Yeah.
be a different sound if you're forcing yourself with a
Yeah.
with a
Yeah,
script. And I
exactly.
imagine myself as the one if the one helping them save some money because I know how insurance would go. I know how important insurance would be. So I feel the same way as they want a cheaper price, a more flexible or more fit for their lifestyle or what they need on the home or the
Yeah.
auto. So I imagine myself
Right.
if I would be on their situation. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it.
I love that. I love that. Do you have any like real estate background at all, or is it mainly just like with the appointment setting, or is it mainly just with the insurance company you were with?
With the real estate, before that being a virtual assistant, I was a BPO or call center agent we do have in the Philippines. So we actually we supported a US company as well, but that was real estate, but that was a software company. So on my end, we were calling rental properties. So we had student housing, military housing, senior housing, and single family housing thing because we were calling depending on the property management that we categorize through property management. So we talk to leasing agents and then property managers because we gather data about their pricing. So I we get to imagine their square feet, their pricing, their specials, the renovations going on, and their updates like a change of leasing management, the change of property management. And yeah, we gather the data, we update it on the system. And yeah, that's I think that's mainly the real estate background I had before this appointment setting.
How long did you do that for?
That was around 5, 6 years before
Wow.
and after COVID. Yeah, we did the work from home after COVID.
Oh my God, 5 to 6 years?
Yes. There were
Wow.
improvements. There were somehow new tools, new ways. Because first that we did was manual calling, no automatic dialer. So we need to have the list. We call each and every list, we update, and then there came the automatic dialer. And then we get to add additional property management or new properties from another property management. So that's
Yeah.
why we were able to be aware of that there are a lot of property management in the
Yeah.
US.
There's a lot. There is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. What wanted you to like reach out regarding like what intrigued you, I guess, about the lead manager position and with the real estate company here?
One I forgot. I actually had a client just I think that was just until training I had with them. We we had lids also. That was automatic dialer, and then that was real estate because we had to call um properties who had or people who had posted their properties online that is for sale. So we call them, we verify still the address, the name, and the details of the house or the
Hmm.
property, and then we ask them if they're interested to
Well,
deal. So then,
how come you wanted to maybe get back into that role though? Like why not go back to insurance, why real estate specifically?
actually, real estate is a stable industry in the US. We found out with that, and it's a booming industry as well. So with handling the calls, with handling the clients, if it's insurance or if it's real estate, I think that would be almost the same, though we have different products to offer or
Hmm.
different concerns that we have to cater with the clients.
Hmm.
So I'm okay with
What
calling
what what
them.
what interests you though in specifically like a real estate company?
Um, actually, there's no problem with me with real estate, so that's why it gets me interested because I would really be I would be really so interested in knowing more about the real estate industry or um what else are we doing about are you doing about the real estate? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
because here on the Philippines, insurance, if we have a home or establishment and we get to have it insured, we go to companies directly and then we file the requirements for the policy. So that's one thing I had it compared with the US, that you go through the real estate agents and then you go through so specific and have variety of insurance policies because we have very few insurance policies here in that's what makes me interested, that you have a very wide varieties of insurance that you are able to with the home. It's a different insurance for the walls, different insurance for what's inside, it's different insurance for the roofing. Is that how it works in the US in the real estate? Here, if you have insurance, just one insurance for your home overall. That's all. That's plainly it. So that made me really interested in the real estate. And handling calls is no issue at all. It's been years that I've been handling calls. So just the real estate. I'm interested why it had became so booming lately. And um yeah, I'm seeing videos. Real estate is a very good business in the US right now because maybe the way the house is being rented or the house being sold and then being bought and then sold again. It's not a normal setup here in the Philippines. So that makes us interested in the type of lifestyle that it has regarding the real estate in the US.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think it's really interesting too, like how you can like one if you just it's different every neighborhood. Like you could have a neighborhood on this side of the street and values change and you learn a lot of different things like you had mentioned, like insurance is connected to real estate and like migration patterns and demographics and like there's a whole like I feel like real estate almost ties everything together. And you're right, it is a huge part of like the economy. So I'm with you there. I think it's really interesting too. Where do you see yourself in maybe the next like 1 or 2 years?
Well, if in case I would be with the previous company I had, I had just the same role for 2 years, but no problem with that. Actually, with new trainings, I would be happy to because before, when I was exposed to um working like this, I was advised to, hey, you should be upskilling, should be training on new things because that would help you in the future. And then I told my friend, um, I don't know if that would help because I'm not interested in such like
Yeah.
other tools, other softwares. But then came this year when I realized a lot of people were already training. A lot of people wanted to work from home. A lot of people wanted to work online. So that made me left behind. So I told myself I would get an opportunity. I would train myself. I'm not actually a person who wants to get um higher on positions. I just want to learn more. So I tried to enroll already on some trainings because in a job it may be a same position, but it can be more training, more knowledge, and you learn more about on that position and about the company and about the industry as well. So with 1 to 2 years, I don't need higher positions. I just see myself as learning more about the industry, about real estate, how these transactions go. So I get to know more about these things because years of working in real estate, in insurance, and handling calls, I learned a lot as well. But there are still a lot to learn more in this industry and
Yeah.
working on this type of online.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. That's awesome. How do you handle people if they like, let's say when you were on the phone, like if they got mad or if they maybe rejected you in some way, like how did you handle all that?
Actually, I had that experience, but that was an Australian company. That was the first company we had. We handled about internet issues, connection issues. So made plainly that was a complaint, but just that we were able to receive um issues. Our clients were having issues, so we have to test the line. We have to provide them a schedule of the technician. Now we get uh a what's this? We get a conflict is they want their, like for example, if their line is interrupted because they have storms, so they would want that to be fixed right away because mostly
Mm,
their internet lines are used for their credit cards for small businesses. So what we do to um to assure them, we have to assure them that we're working on it. We have to assure them that we will do callbacks for the technician. We will update if in case technician had been already on the site. And yes, personally, we have to make sure that we take note if in case this specific client needs to be updated, needs to be monitored, then we do that personally because um, that will be pushed back on us as well in case we don't do it. So we really had um we sometimes they doubt if we can really do it. Yes, but we were provided with trainings that hey, you should assure the customer that this the technician would be like, for example, there are situations where we advise the customer the technician would be coming next week. So the customer would say, no, it should not be. It should be tomorrow or today. So what we do, yes, we will make a report. We will ask the higher or the supervisor send an email to the technician supervisor or team that it's on a rush, that it needs to be attended to because it's used for business. So we make assurance to the customer, m- making the best we could, provide like backup data or anything that we could do for them. At least they would feel that that their needs are being catered. Because sometimes it's uncontrollable on our part. There are times that people actually want right away a response from you, but if it's not on your end to provide right away, then we need to assure, we need to monitor, and if in case needed to follow up, then we do that.
makes sense. Makes sense. I love it. What are your like non-negotiables in life? Like what are your like core values as like a person?
Of I
For
actually had
for
learned of
oh
yes.
sorry. I just want to make did that make sense? The question?
I don't fully understand.
What do you like believe in as a person? Like what do you like what are your non-negotiables? For instance, for me, I have a lot of value in like being honest and telling people like even if something is hard to tell someone, I believe you should always be honest, even if it's going to hurt their feelings, even if it might hurt your feelings. But if it's the right thing to do, I think you should do it. So like, what are some of your, I call it non-negotiables as a
Ah,
person, just with anyone?
okay, okay. Yeah, that's one thing. Um, Almost the same. Actually, yes, I do honestly provide like the previous company I had. Sometimes we were given feedback, sometimes usually we have scripts. So the supervisor would advise us, hey, you follow the script on this call, but why did it was skipped somehow on some part? I told the supervisor that yeah, I followed the script. If you would hear other calls I had, I did follow the script, but there are situations that really we can't say this thing because the customer is insisting on something else. So I would accept feedback, I would accept the instruction, but I would also like to voice out what I think is also could be correct, or maybe because we're not perfect. So sometimes I have to voice out what I did this because I really have to apply such skip because the situation is not fit for that part of the script. So
What
I
if
really had
your
to voice.
what if your supervisor though, what if they provided you feedback and maybe you didn't agree with it?
Well, actually, I accept because I believe if there's a feedback, that means there is something to improve. Sometimes we're just not aware that we may had a mistake, or we could do better, and the other people who is listening to the call or is checking on us is the one who sees it usually, is maybe we believe in ourselves that it's already correct, that I did this
Yeah.
thing, I did my best on this one, but then we still get feedbacks. Actually, that would be better for us. I had a lot of situations before starting working, and then I get feedbacks. At first, it would actually hurt you because it seems like um sometimes it's insulting on you, or maybe you feel doubtful in yourself. But eventually, I realized it would be better. It will really make you better. Just that it would be provided in a proper way, professional way, not an insulting way or any use of improper words. It would be acceptable for me, no problem with feedbacks. I can accept feedbacks if in case it's negative. I would be happy with positive, but actually positive stays with it, and I don't mind so much with the positive because if it's positive, that means you're doing fine. I would be more focused on the negative because that would make me improve and be better with what I'm doing.
Yeah, we one of my core values and the core values of of our company is getting 1% better every single day. So I totally agree with you there, and that's something like I truly try to live by too, because I don't think anyone is perfect. Like you could, you know, no matter how good you think you are, there's always
Yes,
room for improvement. So
correct.
I agree with you there. What are some hobbies you have outside of work?
Ah, actually, I love cooking, just that I'm not a good cook. But I love baking because baking is fixed. Measurements are fixed. The taste would be fixed. So, but if you would ask me on how to cook this dish, um, you might have a different taste today, different taste tomorrow. I'm not that good, but I love cooking and watching movies. And I'm not a fan of Korean. Filipinos are currently so fond of Koreans, but I'm not. Just Western. I love Western movies and gardening. I love connecting with nature. It makes me sane. It makes me relax after a lot of pressure or a lot of things in my mind. Nature actually calms me down. So yeah, there's mainly three things I do outside of work. If I could
Well,
actually do calls while looking at views of mountains or nature, that would be so fulfilling. Taking calls, so that was my
yeah.
dream. Living in the uphill, taking calls while looking at the nature in the window. Oh, that would be a
Let's
dream for me.
let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. That sounds nice though. I would love that too. So that's awesome. Would you mind if we did like a practice role play? Um I don't know. When did you say that you were with the real estate company? Was that 5 years ago?
uh, the last we had, I think that was 2 years ago. What, 2 years?
3 years, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Would you be able to act as like the like pretend we already have like I'm a seller that wants to sell my property and you're on the buyer side and you're trying to see if I'm like interested in selling and if if I'd be a qualified lead for the company. And one quick question. The real estate company you're working for, it was a property management company, right? Or is
I
that
know
technology? Is it
it's
technology for property
technology.
management?
Yes, it was for
Okay.
market analysis, I think.
Okay, okay. Do you think you could play like a caller and ask me a few
Yeah,
questions? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you could just say ring ring and I'll answer.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello?
Yes, hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, who is this?
Hi, this is April. I'm from Express. And I'm sorry, your name is
My name's Justin.
all right, Justin. How's
Yeah.
your day going on?
It's going good. It's going good. How can I help you?
Yeah, thank you for taking this call. I'm actually just reaching out because I we saw your post online that there's a possibility of selling your property. So we would be interested to buy the property, and if you have time, we can talk on the pricing and the offer. And maybe if we could get a deal, then I would make sure that would benefit you and the company. And if in case if you don't have time right now, we can set a schedule at your most convenient time. I would be glad to take note of your contact number and also just confirm this is the correct address in Florida, the correct street of the property, and if possible to get the area, the square foot, and if you have any specifications on the deal for selling the company or the property, then we would be happy to hear that. Would that be possible?
Yeah, what questions do you have?
Well, first thing, we have just to verify the square footage of the property, and if in case you would be able to provide if how old the roofing already or the property itself, and do you have any specific price for the property?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get 300,000 for it. The property's in great shape. It's got a
Mm-hmm.
new roof. The foundation is good. The
Uh-huh.
electrical, I mean, it's all been updated within the last 5 years. The kitchen could use a remodel. That's original. And the
Uh-huh.
bathrooms, those are original too. So those would need a remodel. And I did have some tenants in there that you probably want to repaint if you were gonna buy the property. Um, it just needs like some cosmetic work, but like the structural part of it, it's really good.
Well, that's good to hear for that. Well,
Yeah.
for that price, we're actually going to check with our agents and then we're going to provide those details you provided to me. So at least we could take note and then they would be the one to assess and might as well call you back. Would there be any specific time or day that you would prefer to be called back?
Yeah, you can call me like around this time tomorrow.
Same time. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
just make sure to check to note that here. And your contact numbers, could we also take note of that? Or if you have any other contact numbers that we can call,
No,
then that would be
this is it. This is my cell phone.
okay. Okay. So we'll take note of your number and
And
we'll surely get a call back.
do you
Yeah.
guys, are you a real estate, like, are you real estate agents or do you buy the property or what do you guys do again?
Yes, we do buy the properties and we
Uh,
make sure to have it furnished. And if in case we need to have it painted, then we will. And yes, we'll give you a good
yeah,
deal. We will just first
because I
assess.
don't, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to do any work on the property. Like, I just would like to sell it as is. So,
Mm.
yeah, I didn't know if you guys buy it like completely as is or what you guys do exactly.
Well, with that, I actually have we have agents to provide you specifics, but I think it would be best to have them talk to you when we call you back. But I'm really
Okay.
thankful for the
Are,
details you provided to me.
are they one of those companies that just lowballs you, like gives you, like if I want 300, are they gonna offer me like 150?
Actually, no. That's the reason I'm getting you the details because we have to assess. We make sure to provide the correct market price or the deal would be what's this fair for you as a seller because it would be very important for us to know first. We can't set price if in case we haven't assessed yet the property.
Yeah.
So don't worry. we don't actually know balls. It's a business, so we may have to deal with the right market price for it, but we will surely assess of what needs to be checked on before we set the price for you. But yes, I'm taking note of your 300,000. No problem with that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day then. Take care.
All right, thank you, you too. All right. Great job. How do you think you did?
I imagine the description of the property. Yeah, we were used to imagine the what is the countertops when we were taking calls for that technology company. We were imagining how beautiful the housing would be, the black appliance, the stainless steel appliance, the countertops. It's very few that we encounter those those descriptions in the Philippines. You would, if you're just an average Filipino, you won't have that kind of house. So yeah, that really had taken into my mind of what does it look like, the roofing, the wall, the flooring, because there are vinyls, there are different kinds of flooring, and
Yeah.
we have we plainly have cement or tiles on our end.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of varieties with that unless
Right.
you're well-off family. Yeah. So that's one thing. The price also, we cannot say yes right away, and we cannot say um that's a good price or what. And that's we specifically assess. So yeah, that's it.
Love it. Love it. That's good feedback. Would you mind if I gave you a few pointers there?
Yeah.
Okay. Great job overall. I think one thing in the beginning, you had like a good intro. I think after that though, you did go in, I think you asked me like three separate questions where it was like about, hey, can you tell me about the roof? Can you tell me about the walls? And also, what's your price? And I didn't know which question to answer first.
Okay, okay.
So my only comment there is maybe just doing like separate questions, like ask one question and then let them respond, and then you can ask
Answer.
another
Okay.
question and let them respond to that. But overall, I think you have a great tone to your voice. Like it's very friendly and you sound confident too, which is really important because if they don't feel that confidence, then
Mm.
they
Voice
can
really
walk.
matters.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially
Tone
over the
matters.
phone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you might say something and you think you're saying it one way, but over the phone it's really hard to like see their facial expressions, so you don't really know how they said it and then how they're receiving it too. Um, so yeah, like tonality is like huge, huge, and I think you have really good tonality. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to interview with you because I thought your tone was really good. So. Really good call there. I would just try to space out those questions a little bit more, and then that way it would give like the prospect a chance to like answer the questions.
Right, right. Yeah. Maybe I was too excited to know the details right away so we could.
It's well, and I get it too. It's like it's a little nerve-wracking because I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. So I totally get it. So no, yeah, it was a good role play. So I appreciate that. Last few questions here. I think I saw in your one, like I think it was the video you submitted. You said you have backup internet. Like what all? I guess what
Mhm.
happens? I guess if your internet goes out or power goes out or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's common here. For
Yeah.
years of working online, that's mainly the concern. So with the electricity, because there are really times that we have blackouts, especially with heavy storms like that. We have blackouts. So I have just a small generator that would be able to carry my connection, my laptop, and for the connection, this is a wired connection. And with that, if in case it has issues, then I have backups like, say, how do you call this? Um, Pocket Wi-Fi or broadband. That's uh that's just like a tabletop broadband where we load it up. It's a prepaid, so we have to load up every time if in case it's a blackout on the internet side. So it's two networks. So we have the Globe and we have the Smart. So I have to have the two backups because sometimes one network may be out of coverage, other network should be still on backup. Since I was working online, there was no time that we had both networks out. So just one would be out and then the one is more stable. So yeah,
Okay,
that's
so you
what
have
I
a
have on my
backup
backup.
generator though,
Yes, just a
if the power
small
goes out.
generator.
Okay, okay, no worries at all. And I don't mean to get too personal here too, but are there any like health conditions or like family concerns that we might need to be made aware of that could affect like you showing up to work on a consistent basis?
No, I've actually did this for more than 2 years, so I've been used to manage those issues. I have my own room for my work. I have my own it says laptop. It's not being used for anything else but just work. And then it's a closed door room, so I don't have distractions. And then yeah, sickness. No, I take vitamins. I hate being sick because I can't be productive. I can't do the normal day routine. So I really make sure to have vitamins every day because for me, if you're sick, you won't be productive not just in the work but in your daily life. Daily life is actually very important. If you miss one, then you get loaded tomorrow, more chores, more things to do. So I hate being sick. So
Exactly.
yeah, I get to have myself fit.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate you mentioning that to me. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, none. Yeah, just waiting if in case that would be fine for those questions. I had interviews before, but actually, to be honest, this is the longest interview I had with
This one is?
yes, the previous company I had was no video call. It was just chat. She the CEO just asked if you have backups, what type of internet of connection. Then I responded and then I get hired and then yeah, that's all transactional. Then yes, I never expected to have it more than 2 years with that one. To be honest, starting being hired until we were removed, we didn't have video call with the CEO. We just had a call, audio and
Wow.
updates on GC, but no meetings, no camera like this, so no engagement, just purely work, transactional, professional. That's it. Yeah, but
Wow.
thank you for the questions. I actually have made my mind rolling that for those questions that made me think deeper.
I try to ask good questions every now and then, so I'm glad to hear someone enjoyed it.
Okay, yes.
Well, I appreciate you jumping on, April. Do you go by April?
Yeah, it would be best
April.
just April.
Okay,
We get to
okay.
choose our name when we were born.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd choose I don't know. I kind of like Justin, but I might choose something else. But anyways, I appreciate you jumping on. Give us like a few days. We're still interviewing some candidates, and then we'll get back with you on next steps once we know, what we're gonna do over here.
Okay, no problem at all. Thank you for your time as well.
Okay, thank you, April. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye now.
see ya. Bye.